Greetings, gardeners. How you all doing today? Welcome to another hurricane and garden report. Well, Tropical Storm Olivia passed across Maui last night, brushed the top of the Big Island. They got a lot of rain on Maui, a lot of rain. Wind speed in Hilo, I guess, hit 35 miles an hour. The fastest I saw here was 8. And so we didn't get a whole lot of wind, although it was enough that it knocked some of my plants down in the nursery. No big thing. It's pretty much over. It's heading west now, and it's going to miss Kauai. Oahu is getting a lot of rain because of it at the moment. We had a lot of rain.
Okay, the rain from Tropical Storm Olivia come back. Check it out, man. 4 inches since midnight. Oh, who knows what it'll be all told. By the time we get to midnight tonight, I guess we can expect to see at least 8 inches in the gauge. So I use a computerized weather station here, and it's reasonably accurate. It's made by Accurate, but I assume that the measurements I get with this are pretty darn close.
So since midnight, I recorded 4 inches of rain here in Mountain View. That's a significant amount of water. I needed it. Nursery's been all dried out. We hadn't had rain for 5 days. 5 days! I hear you. Ahead of this. So the rain was good. It soaked everything in real nice. My corn looks real pretty this morning. A couple of tipped a bit maybe from the force of the rain, but they're green and happy and beautiful. So the rain was good. It washed in the goodness from the chicken manure and got the corn feeding. So it looks like we're pretty much over with all but a few more waves of storm clouds coming through. By Friday they say it'll be dried out pretty well around here again. So that's good news. But not so lucky folks on the East Coast with Hurricane Florence. I'm really sorry, there's nothing we can do about this thing. Hopefully it's not going to stall out at the coast, and that it will just move inland as quickly as possible and break up. We hope for this, because Lane stalled, and when Lane stalled, we set records on rainfall, and that could happen in the east too. Y'all had plenty of rain as it is. Now, we have had plenty of rain here too, but we're used to it, really. I mean, it has torn up a lot of things. It's torn up a lot of things. High rainfall in the islands out here is just like part of life, that's for sure. Hurricanes and storms aside for now, best wishes to all of you in Carolinas over there. Hopefully they're going to make it. A real good friend of mine, Rick Lorino, guy we grew up playing guitar in bands together and such, did a lot of traveling. He's living in North Carolina right now, and so I'm concerned about you, Rick. Be careful. As far as the garden's concerned, as I said, the corn looked pretty glorious this morning. It's happy as a clam because of all the rainfall. Otherwise, most of what I did today was I just got up, I transplanted lettuce seedlings from 6-packs into 4-inch and gallon pots to raise my lettuce crop here. I went through, and it's that time of the year in Hawaii. It is that time of year. It's time for jicama, or yam bean. This is the time. If you're going to grow jicama, the seed is planted right now, anywhere during the month of September, and the plants will come up. I usually start them in pots here in the nursery. I was using the regular 6-packs, put all the seeds in there, got them started. After they come up, in my location, I transplant the seedlings before they get too big into 1-gallon containers full of potting soil. Put some fertilizer in with them. I just set them out here in the nursery on the benches. The top will grow up from September all the way through to about Christmas. Somewhere in that vicinity towards New Year's, the top will actually die back. Now, it's got nothing to do with cold here. It just has to do with the plant cycle in the day lengths. That's the way it works. Well, underneath that top, when it dies back, you're going to find a really nice big tuber to eat. It's very, very quick and very simple crop. I like the fact that I don't even have to use the garden to do this. The reason I like to use the containers as opposed to my garden soil is that as soon as the top dies back, I move all the containers to the shelter under the edge of the shed roof so they stay dry. That way I can just store the tubers outside all winter long with no problem. If they're left in the rain, the tubers will often soak up too much water and pop. And then they'll start to get infected and rot away and all go bad. So by growing it in containers and then moving it to a dry location when the top has died back allows me to be really lazy, and anytime I need a jicama for a salad or something, I just wander out here and poke into the pot, pull that thing out. It cleans up real nice since it was growing in potting soil. I get nice, clean, smooth looking roots. Very delicious. So it's time for jicama. It's also a really good time here in Hawaii for sowing that winter crop of cabbages. And of course, along with cabbage, broccoli. This is a hybrid called Gypsy. And we have Chinese cabbage. This is another hybrid called Rubicon F1. I haven't done very well raising Chinese cabbage here. It seems wrong. We should be able to do this, and I know they do it commercially here, but so far I apparently have not found the right variety. I've gone through 3, and this stuff's always bolting on me. So anyway, I'm trying again. So if you're growing broccoli or kale or cabbages or Chinese cabbages, this is an excellent time to sow them. The shorter days and the cool winter weather will usually benefit the plants. So that's what I was doing all morning in the garden, and at the time I was doing it I was staying out of the rain because it was pouring. It does look like the rain might start again, but I got a feeling we're going to miss it in the camera today because I'm going to have to fold all this up and go on inside and eat my delicious lunch. So, aloha. Y'all have a wonderful time. Everybody on the East Coast, seek shelter and get out of town. You know, listen to what they tell you. Don't try to ride it out because you may drown. So, best of wishes. Happy gardening.